Remember, guys, Scooby's Do Movies is officially becoming
Masters of the Movieverse. Stay tuned so you guys don't miss anything. They've been lying to us all along, which makes me think that that's setting it up for them being like, yeah, she's acting like she's trying to help us, but she's trying to use us, which is always what happens. What's up, Skibbs? Alex here.
Dre here.
And while you're here, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for alerts of new episodes because we are in the final episodes of Scooby's Do Movies as we make the change to Masters of the Movieverse.
That's right. August 2017, we kicked off a little show called Scooby's Do Movies. Now, because of legal reasons, and just because of growth, evolution, we will, as of next week, officially be the Masters of the Movieverse. And as we wrap up these last few episodes, today, we got another good one for y'all. We will be doing the trailer reaction for Glass, the final trailer.
Yes, and as you know, we have been so hype about this movie. We've done reactions to all of the Glass trailers so far, so I'm excited to see if there's going to be anything new in this trailer.
And I think we said this before, when the original Unbreakable came out, it was too ahead of its time. Superhero movies weren't enough in the pop culture so that you could subvert the expectations of what people expect in a superhero movie. Now that people know all the formulas, all the banters, all of sort of the roadmap of how a superhero movie goes, it's now the perfect time to start subverting those expectations.
Right, and it was perfect with the timing because when Split came out, no one knew that it was going to be the sequel to Unbreakable.
And I love that because I hate when they lay out like a whole movie universe, but that one, it was an undercover movie universe where we didn't have to wait like 3 movies where it's like, when's the sequel to Unbreakable coming out? M. Night just throwing this little tag at the end and we're like, oh my God, I just saw the sequel to Unbreakable.
So yeah, as we know, Glass is going to be the 3rd movie in this universe. We're excited to see all these characters come together on screen.
The Beast, Mr. Glass, and David Dunn, the Sentinel, they call him in their world. So yeah, let's see what we get before we actually go see the movie in this final Glass trailer.
Belief in oneself is contagious. We are part of something larger. We are fighting for the broken.
My name is Dr. Ellie Staple,
Love circles.
and I'm a psychiatrist. I specialize in those individuals who believe they are supernatural beings.
I don't belong here.
David Dunn, you believe you are exceptionally strong, but there are men who are as strong as you. Kevin Wendell Crumb, you believe there are 24 souls living in that body with you.
You can call me Nolan. I'm so amped!
Elijah Price, you have an extraordinary IQ. You think you are superhuman. What if I suggested that you are mistaken?
They've been lying to us all. You were sent here to be an avenging angel. How much do you want to avenge us?
These individuals have lost their perspective.
A lot of people are going to get hurt. Don't do this. You can convince the world we exist. Are you ready? This is where they would paint you with big eyes and bubbles of confusion above your head.
So good. Now, the first thing you said during the trailer was when you saw the doctor, you're like, she's evil. Well, why do you say that?
Well, I think that she's just, there's a feeling that I get that she's not trying to help them, that she's actually trying to harness their power for their own good.
Yeah.
And then in this trailer, we got that line, which we haven't gotten in any of the other trailers, I don't think, where he says they've been lying to us all along, which makes me think that that's setting it up for them being like, yeah, she's acting like she's trying to help us, but she's trying to use us, which is always what happens.
I'm with you as soon as I heard that line, because we see this with X-Men movies all the time, or any superhero feature where the government or some nefarious organization, when they find out about superpowers, they learn how to harness it for themselves. Our Godzilla trailer, that reaction that we dropped this week, similar thing in that.
And it's like she's trying to convince them that there's nothing special or extraordinary about them. And I love how they're all sitting there like, when she goes, oh, but there's people that are stronger than you, and you see David Dunn
bending steel,
yeah. Like, okay, really?
And like throughout the trailer, we can see the shotgun blast on the Beast's chest, where at the end of Split, spoilers, I guess. No, there aren't people as strong as him, Doctor. But again, I think maybe she's trying to like reverse psychology them to make them think that they're not that special.
Right, and then suck up their powers somehow.
Exactly. We talked about this in our last trailer reaction. I think the Doctor has a power of her own, because they always say, or Elijah even says in the other movies, that superheroes and villains mirror one another. We already have the strength in the Sentinel. We have the strength in the Beast. We have the mind in Mr. Glass. So theoretically, you might think we need another person with the mind sort of powers in order to match him.
And also, how would she have found all three of them and like tracked them down, gotten them into this facility? There had to have been some way where she knew, like she could sense that this power was among her.
Yeah, so no evidence of this yet, but I'm putting money on that she's some sort of telepath or some sort of empath where she can sense other people.
And getting inside their minds to convince them that there's nothing special about them.
Exactly. Obviously, we've gotten this pic or image before where we see all of them in their given cells. David Dunn, his cell is filled with sprinklers because, as we know, Unbreakable, the Sentinel's Achilles heel is water. It weakens him physically. We see Elijah in just this dark room. They say you tend to go crazy when you're in solitary confinement. So
don't want him using his mind.
They don't want him thinking too much. They probably like keep him locked in this dark room. And I love that scene with the Beast where she's like, you believe you have 24 souls living in your body. And she set up all those lights. We pointed this out before, but every time the light flashes, it triggers a different personality. Yeah. There's also a scene later where it looks like the Beast has escaped, and we see like a flashing light on a car. I wonder if that's how they're going to subdue him. Maybe that's how they caught him in the first place, by using like this strobing car light. We'll see.
Also, we touched on this before in our other trailer reactions, but I love how they use color in this movie to represent each character. So every time it's on Elijah Price, we have like this purple color.
Yes.
And then when we have David Dunn, we have green, like when he's bending that steel in the field of green.
Yes.
And then with the Beast, we have yellow undertones. And
like him climbing on this wall right here.
Exactly. And that's what they do in the comics. I just love that scene of the Philly skyline.
Philly!
Yep.
Philly! As the
Philly
trailer
kids.
says, coming to you from director M. Night Shyamalan, who shoots most, if not all, of his movies in Philly, except for the Avatar movie, but the less said about that, the better. But no, he's a good old homeboy, so he always likes to represent. Always love that scene of the Beast galloping across the field like an actual beast.
Also, I just like to think about him filming that. And then I like in this trailer, we got a hug from Casey from Split, which I thought that was interesting because we didn't get that in any of the other trailers. And, you know, in Split, we saw that she had a calming influence on one of the Beast's personalities.
Definitely.
So I don't know if maybe they brought her in to, you know, try to calm him down, or if she's having some sort of Stockholm syndrome here. Like, why is she hugging the Beast?
Looks like the scene where they're outside and he's galloping, so maybe all hell's breaking loose and they brought him in to sort of like...
call Casey!
Yeah, she's his, the sun's getting real low, big guy. His Black Widow that Thor tried to do in Ragnarok. And then, as he's always want to do, Mr. Glass pretty much lives his world in a comic book. So I love when he's like, this is the part where you would have really giant bug eyes and there'd be thought bubbles around you, basically showing fear. And then you hear that cracking noise that the Beast. So yeah, that guy's dead. Yeah, I'm sold. I've been sold. People gave M. Night a bad rap for a while, but hey, people love a comeback story, and I don't think people like to just crap just for the sake of crapping. Well, that's not true. It's the internet, so there's plenty of that. But if you make a good movie, people will come out and see it.
Yeah, and you know what? I feel like he's just been like laying low while he was rolling out this genius plan all along.
And it was nice of him not to show his hand. Yeah, that's why he probably didn't publicize the fact that it was a sequel.
Could you imagine being him, like everyone talking shit, and he's like, you have no idea what I've been cooking up all these years.
It's like, wait, ooh, you guys are gonna see so hard. Although I would argue that it's one of those, sometimes you need to sort of eat crap in order to realize how good he got it. For a long time, he had gone sort of diva. He had gone, I'm the best filmmaker out there. I think sometimes, basically, you need a good old-fashioned Philly ass whooping for sometimes to be like, okay, maybe I should get focused and back to work.
Gotta eat some humble pie sometimes.
Some humble pie sometimes. Gang, thanks for checking out our reaction for Glass, the final trailer. As always, make sure to like, subscribe, hey, hit that bell for alerts of new episodes.
That's right, and make sure if there's any trailer reactions you want us to do to let us know in the comments. And please, guys, make sure you're subscribed because we are changing to Masters of the Movieverse and you don't want to miss anything.
She ain't lying. All right, until next time, I've been Dre.
And I'm Alex.
Later, y'all.
Catch you later.